Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, doing a quick experiment, wanted to do a quick video. This is an old Marx 400 body that I had, and I modified it and put a 999 motor in it. And it actually works quite well. And I filed the shroud off of the headlight, and I opened the headlight hole with a tapered reamer. So it's about the diameter of a Commodore Vanderbilt headlight. And then filled it with epoxy resin. Now I didn't want this to be transparent, so just before it was fully cured, I put oil on my thumb and pressed on it, and that made it virtually opaque. As you can see, it's not transparent at all. But when the light comes on, it is actually quite bright. And the nice thing about this is it makes a really huge headlight. Like I said, very much like a Commodore Vanderbilt. So an old Marx 400 body modified with a 999 motor. This runs really well. So I just got this reassembled, and like I said, I filed the shroud off and then opened the hole for the headlight with a tapered reamer and then filled it full of epoxy. But like I said, I didn't want it to be transparent, crystal clear. So like I said, I put some oil on my thumb and pressed into it before it cured. And that made it virtually opaque. So you can't really tell that it's transparent at all until the power comes on, of course. So let's take this around. I got it on the outside rail. So that Marx 400 is pulling, I think there's 18 tin litho cars on this consist. And as you see, that works really well. And it is a really big headlight, which is what I wanted. Because the 400 just has an open hole about the diameter of a pencil. And when I put that lens in there, I wanted a good, bright, big lens. And as you see, that came out really well. Like I said, it's about the diameter of a Commodore Vanderbilt lens. This works really well, as you see. So a custom 400 for sure. 999 motor, and I modified that front bezel. And as you see, it has a huge lens in it now. So this worked really well. Really pleased with the result. Really simple to do it. But as you can see, that is huge compared to the original headlight. It looks nice, it works really well. And best of all, when the light is off, you can't really tell there's a transparent lens in it. Because I didn't want it to be transparent. I didn't want you to be able to actually see through it. And when this light is off, you can't really tell there's a lens in it at all, as you see. It looks almost solid, like solid plastic. But when the light comes on, plenty of light, it's diffused really well. I just wanted to do a quick video on this. It worked really well. So a Marx 400 with a 999 motor, and this was just one of the shells out of the junk box. And I've got, I don't know, probably 8 of these now, something like that. And this one was less than perfect, but as you see, it doesn't look bad at all. And it's got that 999 motor in it, plus the push rods and the slides. And then I modified the front bezel, and that actually looks quite good. Like I said, when the light comes on, you have a huge lens in there, as you see. Nice and bright, really diffused. Worked really well. So it's fun to do these experiments and do modifications of these locomotives. I think this looks much better than it did. It definitely works much better than it did. Has a nice, bright, huge headlight. Like I said, about the same size as a Commodore Vanderbilt. But the nice thing about it is you can't see through it. But it sure does work. So I just want to do a quick video to document this. Lots of power in this little 400. Single reduction motor, 999 push rods, pulling, I think it's 18 tin litho cars. So plenty of power. It looks nice. It runs splendidly. Very unique, one of a kind Marx 400. But as you see, that front lens came out really nice. I'm really pleased with this effect. And the nice thing about it is you can't really tell there's even a lens in it when the light is off. It's not clear, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be transparent. I wanted it opaque. And as you see, it's almost the same color as the locomotive itself. You can't really tell there's a lens in it at all until the power comes on. And it really diffuses that light and makes a really, really large lens, as you see. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. It works. It was a fun experiment. Only took a few minutes to do it. Like I said, I opened that hole up with a tapered reamer and then filled it full of 5-minute epoxy. And then just before it cured, I pressed my thumb into it to make it absolutely opaque. But this came out really nice. It looks nice. It runs really well. Plenty of power. And it is definitely one of a kind. That's the only 400 I've ever seen with a Marx 999 motor and push rods on it. And this new lens made an incredible difference in how this looks. It really, really changes the looks of these locomotives. And like I said, the 400 has a hole in it about the diameter of a pencil with that shroud over it. So I faced it off with a file and then used a tapered reamer to really open this hole up. So it's at least twice the diameter of it that it was. And as you can see, you really can't tell there's a lens in this at all until the light comes on. And it makes a good, bright headlight, really large, but the light is diffused. So it's not transparent at all. It is absolutely translucent. The neat thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works. This runs nice, it looks good, all made out of junk, of course. But I think that actually looks much, much better. An absolutely huge headlight in this Marx 400. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.